How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to explain how I was able to make a $500,000 stubs in one night playing MLB The Show 21. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I want to start by saying that I only played one event game last night. I spent several hours just grinding the market, flipping cards, and I'm going to basically explain exactly which cards I was focused on, why I was flipping these cards at this specific time, and also some tips on how to increase the amount of stubs that you're making while using this method once you've earned a lot of stubs. Okay, so yesterday I put out a tweet talking about why I was not going to lock in the Tops Now players for this monthly award, Marcus Semien. I also made a video explaining why I did not want to do that. A lot of people were, questioning my reasoning, and that's perfectly okay. You don't have to agree with everything I say. But I do know what I'm doing with this game. I've been playing this game for a lot of years. This year I have not really had too much time to grind the market. But I do have the Tops Now cards, right? When I said that I sold my Tops Now players in the last video, I should have specified that I sold all of my extra Tops Now players. Like, I have had a ton of these Tops Now players. I made 500,000 stubs already by selling my golds and silvers over the weekend or over the last week and a half leading up to this 96 overall Marcus Semien. But why am I talking about this now? Well, you can make a lot of stubs buying and selling these Tops Now players, flipping these cards, because the market is moving so quickly, right? You might look at a gap here and say, wow, that's only a 500 stub gap, or that's only a 200 stub gap, or 300 stub gap. Well, when you're buying and selling these cards and it's happening almost instantaneously, you are just going to see your stub bank continuously rise as, the market works itself for you. All you have to do is just press the buttons to put in the buy orders, put in the sell orders, and just wait. If you wanted to play games in between this, you certainly can. Obviously, this is not something brand new, but the reason why the market's moving so fast is because a lot of these people are buying these cards and selling these cards because they have extra ones, because they're trying to lock in that Marcus Semien collection, because they're completing those moments. They're completing the monthly award program, which gives you a bunch of Tops Now packs. And then if you complete the moments, you get the second half of the Tops Now players for free. So, of course, locking in those players, you are missing out on stubs by potentially selling them, but those cards could be used for a further collection. As I'm buying, Anthony Rizzo's and going through buying Alejandro Kirk's, I'm also flipping these higher overall diamond cards that have 500, 600 stub gap. These cards aren't selling as quickly as the Alejandro Kirk, as the Anthony Rizzo relief pitching card, but we are making a lot of stubs as we're doing this, and I will show you at the end of the video that I have made 500K in one night just flipping this, and I'll take you through my buy orders and everything. Some of the orders did not go through until this morning, and I also was, started doing this morning once again. So technically, it's not like one specific day, but in the course of 24 hours, in the course of, even 12 hours, I was able to earn this 500,000 stubs. And you might still be thinking to yourself, well, why has this dude not locked in the other Tops Now players and unlock Marcus Semien? Well, I don't think that he's still worth it to go ahead and complete that collection. I plan on saving these, 500K stubs, or this 500,000 stubs that I'm going to make in profit. I plan on using it for this second kitchen sink pack that's coming out tomorrow. I plan on using it for these upcoming Battle Royale rewards and Ranked Seasons rewards that are coming out in the next couple of weeks and things like that. Like, I don't want to lock in a bunch of stubs when I have the players. Most likely the diamond players I own are not going to drop in value as people are locking them in. If there is a monthly award player collection separate from the 99 overall Mariano Rivera collection that should also include a couple of additional diamonds, right? If there are two separate collections, one for the monthly Lightning players and one for Legends and Flashbacks for the Mariano Rivera, for potentially, Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron, Mickey Mantle, players like that, we might also see the 99 overall player of the month, Fernando Tatis, from last year's game. People in the comment section in the last video mentioned that, and that's not what I was talking about when I talk about, collecting Marcus Semien. I meant specifically for the Mariano Rivera program. If there is a Lightning collection involving that 99 overall Fernando Tatis, that is absolutely something that I will be completing. And then I would, of course, lock in all of the Tops Now players. But if it's not Fernando Tatis, right, I want to at least wait to see who the reward is. If I don't feel the monthly award player is worth it at the current moment, then why would I lock him in? Why wouldn't I just wait until I see if there is even a Lightning collection at the end, which there probably will be, right? We had like Carlos Carrasco, Nicholas Castellanos, and then I think there was one other player involved with collecting the Lightning players from last year's game. That would be something that I'm interested in, right? If we get, players like that again, players that I'm not necessarily looking for, then I might possibly sell the Tops Now players if I don't need them for the Mariano Rivera collection, right? But I'm kind of going through these orders, right? We've spent some time talking about some strategy. I'm going through these orders. These clips that I'm taking you through here are moving at ×2 speed. So obviously I'm not, this locked in on the market going through this quickly. But at the same time, this is very tedious. I am putting up orders consistently. The only thing you can't see is the keypad for me typing in the numbers that I'm looking to, buy the cards and sell the cards for. But that's just because I'm recording this video with my PlayStation 4 console. But this market is very easy to use. I would definitely recommend buying and selling these Tops Now players, even though people are locking them in, right? The prices are going to fluctuate, but there is a great opportunity to make a lot of stubs for your team and for the future of the content in MLB The Show 21 right now. I think that with the timing of this Player of the Month, right, the market will not be this quick. It will not act this fast all the time. If you were doing this with April Player of the Month cards, let's say, you're going to spend a lot more time waiting for those orders to go through. If you're doing this with the May Player of the Month, you will probably, buy these players within seconds, if not minutes. Obviously, now that I'm making the video, depending on how many people are actually watching it and using this method, that will obviously be a variable thrown in there with how wide the gaps are between the buy orders and the sell orders. And it will ultimately, determine how many stubs we're all going to make by doing this method at the same time, if that makes sense. But with that said, here we have an increased profit of 400,000 or 415,000 stubs. In the next screenshot, you'll see that I've increased it even further at 483,000, about 483,400 from that Marcus Semien screenshot that I put out on Twitter yesterday. But I didn't start doing this method until after that. So that's kind of where I wanted to start as my baseline. But as you can see, 1.5 million stubs, all in the matter of 12 hours, all in the matter of one day. And I'm College Lefty. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Peace out.